Squat every day. Um, I find it really annoying whenever people tell you what you can't do. Oh, you can't squat every day. Or they'll make some stupid claim like, well, you can't squat every day unless you're on drugs, which is also false. So you certainly can squat every day. And no, you don't need to be on drugs to squat every day. I've done squat every day. Lots of people have done squat every day. No drugs required. Now, that being said, just because you can doesn't mean that you necessarily should. And this is an important thing that people should understand here. This is what I would like to convey about squat every day. Is this the best way to increase your squat? No. You can do it. And yes, your squat probably will go up temporarily, right? Greg Nuckols said that he did squat every day. Like he was squatting 6 times a day every day for like a month, and his squat went up by 100 pounds. That's fantastic. You made 100 pounds of progress in 1 month. However, if you continued doing this, I would assume, obviously, like we don't need to assume here, you would not continue to make 100 pounds of progress every month. Because if you did, then all of us would do this, and in 12 months, you'd have a 1,200 pound squat. That doesn't happen, okay? So, can you do squat every day? Yes. Can you do squat every day without drugs? Yes. Is this the best way to improve your squat? No. That's the part where I think people need to pay attention to. I like squat every day. I think it's a great, what do I want to say? I don't want to say it's like a test of will or something like that. It's something that everyone should try, because I think that there's motor learning involved, and I think that when you squat frequently, you'll make a ton of progress in your motor learning. So what will happen is that your ability to squat with very good technique and good form, it is a skill. Squatting is still a skill. I realize people are like, oh, it's just a strength movement, like you just go up and down. No, there's definitely skill involved in a squat. And I think that doing squat every day is a great way for you to develop the skill. Very, very important, the skill of squatting, doing high frequency squatting, even if you just did 3 or 4 times a week. The more frequently that you squat, the faster you will make progress in the skill of squatting. However, once you have really dialed in that skill, is this the best way for you to improve your strength? No, I think that having a day where you really squat hard, like we're going all out today, and I don't even mean like 1 rep max going all out. Like maybe you do, 4 sets of 5 at 85%, and then your 5th set, you just take it to failure. Okay? Whoa, your legs are fucking trash the next day. You're not going to repeat that workout the next day. But now you've created enough stress on your system to cause adaptation to occur, and then you'll supercompensate. And so in my opinion, and in my experience, people tend to make better progress by having a really hard squat session. In fact, I really like the whole concept of doing 2 squat sessions per week, 1 hard and 1 light, or easy, whatever you want to call it. A heavy and light, or a hard and easy. I think that that's a very good method. And I think that people make more progress by doing that. I think people make more progress whenever they do something like a really hard set of 5, or even, take your 5 rep max and then try to max out the reps on it, kind of a APRE method here, right? So we're going to do, 80% for 3 sets of 3, and then on the 4th set, we're going to go to failure. And I think that people make better progress on that than doing squat every day. However, the point being, that might not be frequent enough practice for you to develop the skill of squatting, right? So we have to look at where people are in their developmental curve. If you looked at someone who has really great squat technique, let's say like Tian Tao or someone like that, who has beautiful squat technique, Toshiki Yamamoto, he's got beautiful squat technique. I don't think he needs to practice the skill a whole lot more, right? But in order to drive strength adaptation, he needs to create enough stress on his body that he breaks down muscle and, breaks down tissue. And then he needs to back off for a few days to let it heal, recover, and supercompensate. So squatting every day is not going to make his squat go up nearly as much as him hitting it really hard and then recovering. So the takeaway here is not that I'm shitting on squat every day. I think squat every day is great. I think it's a great way for you to develop the skill of squatting. I'm just simply saying that in the big picture of things, are there better ways to make your squat go up? Yes. So squat every day is not a bad program. I'm an advocate, but I also don't believe that is the best way to improve your squat. I think the best way for you to improve your squat is probably for you to do a really heavy back squat session and a really heavy front squat session, because really a heavy front squat session is kind of a easier session because you can't front squat as much as you can back squat. So the CNS demands and stuff like that just aren't going to be the same. You can obviously back squat much heavier than you can front squat. So, having 2 sessions a week, a back squat session and a front squat session, you'll probably make better progress in the long term than if you just came in and tried to back squat every single day. That isn't saying that daily squatting, yes, you will make progress. It's just that you would make faster progress doing a split session of, a heavy day and a light day, or, a back squat day and a front squat day. So that's my 2 cents on squat every day. I'm definitely not being critical. I'm not tearing it down. I'm just saying it works, and then there are probably things that work better.